Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Denise and my Shopify store is called heartnose.com. It has a dash in between heart and nose. This is also the name of my YouTube channel, and today we're getting back to going through the 1 million plus beads. So we're now going through the color turquoise. And I am going to, let's see, I think I'm going to move the box out of the way, take a few things out of it, move the box out of the way, and then I think we're going to be able to get to everything a lot better. Okay, this is actually a purse. I don't know if you could see this, but this is a purse. There's kind of the top to it. Let me see if I fold it in half. If maybe you can see it a lot better. But anyway, this is a purse. And I forgot what this is called. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a backpack. It's actually a backpack. I'll show you the backpack string on it. And I don't know if that's somebody's logo or not. But anyway, I got it from Goodwill for I think 50 cents. And I got it because of all of the little shimmer, and there's a name for this, I forgot. It was really popular in the 60s with the hippies on everything, but they're like little kind of like plastic shimmer. See if you can see how, give you a close-up and see how it's kind of sewn down or made. But anyway, I looked at it and I said, okay, earrings, and let's see here. I'm gonna put this to the side. I did make a pair, just real simple. Let's see if I can get it in my hand so you can see it. Just a real simple pair of earrings. I just put a little something on top of it that had texture. So let's see if I can move in close. And they're kind of like a mirror, so if I get too close, it'll pick up whatever else. So let me see if I can lay them down here. Maybe you could see just a little bit better. But anyway, these are the one pair of earrings. And like I said, you can get your supplies from anywhere. So it just goes to show you, I am thinking about also taking these and layering them, and then also doing a fan out of them, and then putting some kind of stone in the center of it. So it's a lot I can do with it. There's tons of them here. Maybe I think like maybe a couple of hundred. So like I said earlier, you can get your supplies anywhere. And I will set these earrings aside, and then we will start on the box. Let's see here, trying to move. I'm going to move my camera over just a little and down just a little so we can get a better feel for what's going on. Okay, so this is a turquoise box of beads, and let's see what we have in here. I'm looking right now, and this is some kind of glass bead. This is a glass bead, and if I remember correctly, this came from gosh, I think it was Hobby Lobby. I don't think it was Joann's. I'm pretty sure it came from there. And it looks like it's a necklace, so maybe it didn't come from there, but I don't know. It looks like somebody kind of strung and tied. Yeah, it looks like somebody tied the beads together, so maybe it didn't come from there. Okay, and then also I have more of the the glass seed beads. Tons of those. So I'm thinking about making a pair of earrings, and just sometimes I'll group the bags together if the colors are really, really close. So I think that's what I'm doing with these. Here I have just some odd beads. I think this may be like what they call a frosted bead right here. I don't know if you could see it, but it's just a round bead. And I think this is what they call like a frost. It's kind of like a frost over it. Okay, I have some more seed beads. No, these are not seed beads. These are discs, and they're like resin discs. They're kind of flat, so they work really well whenever I am trying to stop a bead from falling through a larger circle. And they're real good for the beginning and the ends of your earrings. Okay, now these are seed beads. So you can see the seed beads here, and this is kind of like a darker turquoise, but it has kind of like a what do I want to say, like a rainbow. They give it another name for this kind of finish. I don't know if you could see it. It has like the gold, and it's not a pearlized finish, but there's another name for it. Iridescent. Iridescent. That's what I'm looking for. That has an iridescent finish to it. And of course, more of the chains. And let's see if I have a... I'm keeping all of my chains for the... And I'm looking for them now. For the license plates. I had a... Oh, maybe this is... Yeah, okay. I'm keeping all of my chains for the license plates. And like this would have looked really nice with a turquoise chain. This is for the state of Kansas. As you can see there, I just have a silver chain on it. But you know, the turquoise would have really brought out the turquoise on the words on the plate. So all of my chains I'm holding on to so I can use them for my my license plate. And once again, I got that fabric from Walmart. I just dipped the fabric in a UV resin, and it gave it like a glassy plexiglass finish to it. Okay, more beads, and I actually have some earrings I forgot to pull out of these with these beads on it. And what happens with these, the hole is on the side of the earring, so I actually have the stem here, and then I have a I have the ear wire here, and the stem is going through the 3 beads, so the earring kind of looks like it's just to the left of the wire. It's a really nice look to it, and I forgot to pull them out. So and then here is just a turquoise pendant. I'll use this more than likely for keychains or something like that. Let's see. This is probably something that my students beaded together for me and put in there. And then here is a bag of the see if you can get a good look at that. The turquoise with the gold. These are keychains that I got, like dozens of them in turquoise, black, red, purple, quite a few colors. I've taken the lobster claw off of most of them and used them for my resin keychains. And then I just take the silver pieces and the wood. This is wood, a loose, and then I just make earrings out of these pieces as well. Okay, there's a few more. Okay, I don't know if you can see, these are kind of like chip. They're not chip stones because they're resin. But I also have seed beads in here. They look like a cylinder seed bead. They kind of have a different shape to them, and they have an iridescent finish. And then last, I have glass beads. These are all glass beads. So this is a little bit bluer than this turquoise. This is more green. Okay. Put everything back in this bag. I think that's going to make it a lot easier. Okay. Grab a few things out of the box. Okay, more turquoise beads here. And this is resin as well. They're like a rectangle square bead. A rectangle square. Let's see here. So yeah, so you can kind of get an idea of what they look like. That's a rectangle square bead. I'm looking at some wooden beads below me here, and you will see in some of the earrings I use these beads because I love using them with my bone beads. So so this is like, I use those, and let me put this on my hand so you can see them real good. I love putting the turquoise with the bone. That color just works for me. So I actually made these earrings from this part of the beaded necklace, and then I had pieces of bone, and then also the cowrie shells on the bottom. So these type of beads are really good for me. They work really well. Okay, once again, I have earrings that have the chain on them. Earrings with the chains. And like I stated earlier, with the license plate, if you take this and you put a turquoise chain on it, it just makes it all the difference in the world. So I'll definitely be using these chains, and these chains are already cut the same size. So the only thing I have to do is just remove them from the earrings and use that with the mini license plate. And then I also keep this part of the earring as well. I can actually glue a cowrie shell in the middle on this, or I can take a piece of wire, yarn, or leather and actually go through the holes that will be there after I take all the chains off and make a nice design. So there's lots of different ways to be able to use that. Okay, here is this is actually a necklace. I'm not sure where this came from, but anyway, this is a necklace. I would use the stacked beads. Let's pull this out, and please forgive me for the noise of the plastic. I would use these stacked beads and put cowrie shells and let them hang from that. And then the round beads are really nice, so I would use that with other beads. Okay. And let's see, right here, this is a bag of, I'll show you the earrings I made from these. They're there. They kind of have like a marble look to it, and they're resin. They look like glass, but they're actually resin. So I just put a black and white bead in between it, just so something could be a little different. That's what that bag is about. Once again, these are bracelets, and I'm just look how many beads you get on this. I can't remember. I think these bracelets were like 50 cents or $1, and they were like a 3 strand bracelet. That's what the bracelet with the bowls were out quite a few years back. But I brought a dozen of the bag because I thought, okay, yeah, mother of pearl beads on here. These are resin, but these are actually pearl, mother of pearl beads. So I said, there's a lot of earrings I can actually get out of this. So that's why I purchased that. And I'm looking here. These are some of the loose beads from that necklace that I just showed you that I said I would put cowrie shells at. They had the little disc. So those are the loose beads from it. And then also inside, I have, and I remember buying this at Joann. This is ceramic and metal. Beautiful butterfly on both sides. It's actually on both sides. So I have 3. So I'm going to make a set. I'm going to make an earring and necklace set. Anytime I have an odd, I don't do a lot of necklaces, but anytime I have an odd number of beads, of really nice beads like this, because this looks like it's like a ceramic brass bead. That's what it looks like, a ceramic brass bead. I don't know if you can see it there. But yeah, anytime I have nice beads like that, I like to make a jewelry set out of it. Okay. And once again, more chains. So, you know, for the license plates, more chains. Okay, and this, I'll show you the earrings I made out of it. This is a set of earrings, and I know this isn't turquoise, but the earrings I'm getting ready to show you are made from both of these. And they are here. I just wanted to do something a little different If you can see that well. I'm also going to lay them down so you can see it better down here. But I just used the turquoise stone, and then I had a pair of earrings. I wanted to use the copper to pick up the color in the stone, and I just thought that these came out really well. Just a different type of earring that you don't see every day. So those are there. And I just used the chain from the earring, and I used a stem, and I threaded it through. I connected it to one of the circles at the bottom. I threaded it through, and then I hooked up here at the top. And it just, to me, it just made a really nice dangle earring. There you go. Okay. So it just goes to show you, when you put different things together. This is a belt. This is a belt. So I plan on doing like this and just making an earring drop out of it. This is actually a faux turquoise. It's not a real turquoise. It's a faux turquoise. So I'm just going to do a little gold drop with the turquoise on the end of it. Make some earrings out of that. I may do a bracelet as well. And speaking of bracelets, I think I had a bag of these bracelets. I think they were bracelets, and there were some anklets as well. I'm just going to pull this bag out, guys. 1 second here. I just want to make sure I'm not mixing what I've already shown you guys. So give me 1 second here. Okay. And I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to come back to this anklet and this bracelet because I actually have earrings. But let me just get some of this other turquoise out the way. This I think I got in packages of dozens. So as you can see, there's a ton of seed beads here. And this is actually mother of pearl. So it's a blue mother of pearl stone along with the seed beads. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to actually do with that. And then I have some more of the wooden beads here, which is great. Filler beads and end beads. And this is actually a necklace. And I think this came in a lot of different colors. But as you can see, these are little small wooden pieces, wooden rounds. Okay. This I picked up. Put this out. This I picked up from Joann's. Like I said, whenever they would have like a 60% off sale, I'm in there with the jewelry. Now this is a faux turquoise because all of this is resin, and the beads here are really like too heavy and too large for earring. So I would actually make a necklace or a pendant out of it. But I can use the smaller beads for earrings. Okay. And when I mentioned before, I have a lot of these. These are the hematite magnetic bracelets, and also they came in necklaces as well. And what happens is you wrap the bracelet around you, and the magnets will stick together, making it like a cuff. So I have this in all types of different colors. I also have the, let's see here, I have a lot of these bracelets, a lot of the mother of pearl bracelets, and I actually take these loose. Not in this box, but there's some other colors where I've actually taken it loose and just made really nice earrings out of it. And I think I may not have that next to me to show you. I actually did this in a pink pearl. If it shows up or I see it while I'm doing this, I'll show you the earrings that I made out of that. But I do a lot of the mother of pearl, and I have these in quite a few different colors as well. And let's see what else is in this bag. Okay, these are really, really, really small beads. This is something that you will probably sew through. This would not fit on a stem, earring stem. They're much too small for that. You could actually get some really skinny wire through this, or you could get the fisherman's nylon. You could actually get that. That would go through that. And let's see here. There are more spike earrings. I had this in a different color. I'm not sure which box I was doing before, but I really like, even though this is resin, that this type of bead right in here, it just gives your earring a totally different look. The dimension to it gives it a totally different look. I'll have to figure out something else with the spikes, but I use the materials in between the spikes. And did this come in trying to think if this came in a dozen, because this is actually a pair of earrings. Let's see what else we have in here. Okay, this is another mother of pearl, and this is a single earring. I need to actually take this out because I have boxes full of single earrings that I'm matching up, so I'm going to put this to the side. But this is another bracelet, and I'll be taking this loose because this actually gives me two types of beads. I don't know if you can see the two types of, well, not really. It's one bead. It's just that they're going opposite ways. So that gives that will give me any type of spike jewelry that I need. Okay, and here is just some turquoise and blue. See in here, turquoise and blue beads. Like I said, I take everything loose. If it's already in a style, I just leave it in that style and put a ear wire on the top of it and keep it moving. My goal is to have thousands of different types of designs of earrings in my store, like earrings for everyone. Anybody from a one dangle to a hoop to a statement piece, just a large variety. Okay, and I have some more beads here, and then I have like an iridescent blue-green beads here. This will be really, really nice with some bone and some cowrie shells. So let me put this back in here. Okay, now I'm actually going to get back to this bracelet here. Because I made earrings. This is like a pearl. I don't know if you can see really good. See, but this is a pearl. It's either an anklet or a bracelet. But I got it because of all of the shells on it. And so what I did was I took. Let me lay this down here. You can see here, I can get it laid on my hand. I took the shells and made them a dangle. I just put a nice beautiful bone bead there. And then we spoke about the turquoise wooden beads earlier. So this is bone, the dark brown is bone, and this is actually a bone. They dye this from bark, and they do a wax design around it, stick it in a tree bark, and then peel the wax off, and so that gives you the different colors on the bone. But I thought these were really pretty, and I thought that the pearl actually really worked well and pulled the whole earring together. So let me put this down here. And a lot of times when I have dark beads like this, or some of my findings are dark, because like this is a pewter finding, I will also put, instead of silver on everything, I will also put a ear wire that I think actually flows with the design of the earring, and it just gives just a little bit more of a expensive look to it. Okay, and let's see what else I have. I didn't have a lot in this box because I actually have a full I don't want to say container, but lid of just turquoise. So this box doesn't have a lot in it, but these are more beads. And we're getting towards the end of this. This was actually a feather. I think these were feathers. This is a pair of feather earrings. So when I look at it, like I said, I could use this part. I can use the jump rings. I can take the feather off, use that. I can use the chain. And I can actually use these beads for dangles. So you're using everything. Okay. And then I have more. These are resin. I think these are wood. Excuse me. Excuse me. I think the small part here, these are wood, but everything else in here is resin beads. Kind of big, bulky resin beads. Sometimes I'll put them with earrings, but a lot of times I'll put them with the keychain or some kind of pendant. Okay, and here I spoke before about how I use the cording for necklaces. So this was actually this came from a bag that had a lot of loose string with ties on the end of it. So I'm not really sure if it was a cut necklace or what it was before, but it was something else before, and it turned into this, which looks like a big glob of mess. But when I pull it loose and put just a nice dangle or something on it for a necklace, it'll make it look really nice for some girls or some younger people. Okay, and this is a bracelet. So it's resin. And I thought the beads were interesting. Whenever I see beads like this, I like the shape of it. And even though it's resin, I'm thinking about like maybe coming through here and going out there, or either doing it this way and going up. Not really sure. It could be a pendant. It could be a bracelet with spaces in between it and beads. An anklet, and also one of the your what do I want to say? It's not your shoulder. It's the middle part of your arm, cuff. So an arm cuff. Okay, and then we're down to our last couple of bags. What is this here? Okay, this is some type of stone. I'm going to have to pull out my stone book because I have quite a few stones and I don't know what families they belong to, but this is all stone. And I'm sure, I don't know, would it be lapis? Is lapis blue? I'm thinking maybe it's lapis. Yeah, I'll have to see, but this will look really nice with some of the African mud beads. But yeah, that's a turquoise stone. It's kind of like almost blue, turquoise and blue. Let's see what's in this bag. Okay, I see some resin beads off the top. Okay, so these are resin beads. I'll probably put these in the let's see, yeah, okay, there's no hole in these beads, so I'd probably do something with the kids on these type of beads. This is a resin pendant. See that? Move this out the way. And I don't know if this would be earrings or... No, this was actually a necklace. Okay, so this is a vintage necklace that was broken. Yeah, this is a vintage necklace that was broken probably decades ago. And I would either glue this on something or figure out a way, put some stones back in here and then figure out a way to use it. Kind of depends on how it would connect from the back. Well, yeah, you see the connection back here. So you do have hoops on both sides, or loops on both sides, where you could actually string a chain or something through that. So yeah, that's usable. And this one, yeah, I'll have to put back in Well, this I'm going to put aside because I'm going to put this in the kids. So I'll put that aside. Now, since I'm putting that back in the box, that doesn't go with the adults. Okay, guys, I'm on my last bag, and then I will pull out the earrings that were made again so we can take a second look at those before closing out. These are seed beads, and they're all different. I don't like to pull them out of the package because they just go everywhere. When I open them up, I have a little cup that I put them in, like a little tray, so if they fly all over the place, they're not on the floor. Okay, and more of the darker color. This looks like it has like a marble type look to it. Let's see here, you can get them out and see. You can see there, they kind of look like they have like a black marble type look to them. Not really a stained glass, but somewhere in between a stained glass and a marble. And then this is the last bag. And like I said earlier, I do have a tray of turquoise beads, and I will be doing a video on that tray because they're kind of sitting on the tray ready to be made into earrings. So that's why this box doesn't have as many beads inside of it. But this is, let's see, okay, these were bracelets. So these were bracelets. These are resin bracelets, but the resin is like a nice resin with the shine on it that would actually give your earrings just a nice bit of color to it. So there are bracelets in here. I'm sure I got these in all different sizes, but I got them for the beads. Okay, and let's see here, last but not least. Okay, I'm not sure what the green is doing in here, but these are actually bracelets. These are square bracelets, and I use these bracelets sometimes as hoops, as a diamond shaped hoop, and then I'll just drop a chain with a cowrie shell down the middle of it from the top down. We go like this from the top down. So yeah, and then I have some seed beads here, and this is metal, so I would actually take this apart. The hearts, I would take that apart and put that on a keychain because the hearts are all different sizes. So when I don't have a mate, I normally will do a pendant or a keychain or a purse tassel or something like that, where I can get away with using just single separate beads. Okay, so let me pull out the earrings and then I'll let you guys go. See, my table is a little not straight, has a few lumps and bumps in it from all that jewelry making and crafts, so everything wants to roll. Okay, let's see here, and I think let's see, there were, okay, here's the other pair, and then I think we have one last pair. I think I have 4, I don't think I have 5 pairs of earrings, and I don't want to mumble because the last time I did that in my video I didn't know what I had said, so I want to make sure I speak up. Okay, this is a little tangled, but let's get this out. Okay, so from the turquoise box, these are the earrings that I made from that box. Just a little bit of variety. Everything seems to be like a dangle. So I should have made something, I guess, that had a round type texture to it. But anyway, once we get into our statement pieces, we'll just be able to just design and do whatever, because we won't have any time constraints. Right now I am actually trying to get through all of the containers. Alright guys, thank you so much for your time. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you guys shortly with more videos on how to change vintage necklaces into several pair of earrings. Thanks again, guys. Have either a great day or a great evening. Talk with you soon. Bye.